My words are like a rock. If you build your life on my words, then you will stand firm too. Firm like the house on the rock. But if you don't, you will be like the foolish man who built his house upon the sand.
Once there were two men who wanted to build a house. They argued about the best place to build their houses. One of them said,
I think it would be best to build my house on sand because it will be lovely to feel the soft sand between my feet when I step out in the morning.
But the other man said,
I think it would be best to build my house on a rock. Rock does not move or change, and it will always be a part of my house.
But I will be able to change the shape of the sand around my house, and I'll be able to see my footprints.
Are you not worried that when the sand moves, then your house will move?
Why would my house move? The sand's been there for years. Where's it going to go?
I think I prefer something that does not change. Rock is permanent.
It's just that you can't build a flexible house, and you use stiff techniques.
Well, we shall see. I look forward to seeing your sand house.
And so they both set to work to build their houses. So one of the men found himself some sand, some soft, shifting sand, and on that sand he built himself a house.
Oh, that is a beautiful house. I think that I will draw some patterns in the sand. So soft!
And one of the men found himself a rock, a strong and mighty rock. And on that rock he built himself a house.
Now that is what I call a solid house. That will support me through my life as long as I need it.
Gosh, house building makes me tired. I'll go to sleep in my beautiful house.
I am feeling tired as well. I will go to sleep in my solid house.
And so they both fell fast asleep and dreamt of long and happy times in their new houses. Unfortunately, that night a mighty storm came to where they had built their houses. The wind blew and blew. The rain rained and rained. The wind blew stronger and the rain fell down.
Oh, my house is beautiful. The sand will absorb the wind and rain and protect me.
My house is solid. The wind and rain will run off the rock and I will be safe.
The wind blew stronger still, and the rain came down more, and the waves got bigger and began crashing against the rock and the sand dunes. And then the storm got to its worst. There was so much wind. There was so much rain. There were such big waves.
Oh no! My house is starting to move!
The house on the sand moved to the left. It moved to the right. The front wall moved to the left. The back wall moved to the right. And the roof fell onto the sand.
Help!
The house on the sand fell down, but the house on the rock stood firm.
Quick, run over to my house. You will be safe here.
And both of them were then able to live safely and happily in the house on the rock.
Built his house on rock, so we knew that it would stand. Laid a strong foundation, really took his time, so we knew that when the storm come, his house would still be fine. Now don't build your house on the sand. Don't build your house on the sand. Don't build your house on the sand. You build your house on the sand and your house won't stand. Now the foolish man, he didn't have a plan.
No.
He didn't understand that you can't build a house in sand.
No.
The wise man said to him, now come and don't be dim. You build your house on that, your house will fall flat. But he didn't pay attention. He thought, I'll be okay. I don't have to listen to a word you say. I don't need foundations, take too long to lay. I'll build my house in sand and I'll do it my own way. Now don't build your house on the sand. Don't build your house on the sand. Don't build your house on the sand. You build your house on the sand and your house won't stand. So the foolish man built his house up high. Wasn't really worried about the clouds in the sky. He finished his house, he thought it looked good. But oh, he didn't know that there was gonna be a flood. And the rain came, and the wind came, and the thunder came, and the flood came, and the rain came, and the wind came, and the thunder came, and the flood came. The floods went whoosh, the rain came down. The foolish man, he began to frown. The house he built shook all around, and it fell to the ground with a mighty sound.